Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Just want to share with you my day yesterday. We were just hanging out in Bristol. I took a good friend of mine, Will Lamerton, up, and he kindly did some videoing and some pictures for me for the social media accounts, and we're going to video the podcast as well. Now, what was interesting, went up to Bristol and had a fantastic meeting with a guy called Dan Thomas. He's a Bristol first team rugby player. For those that don't know, Bristol in the Championship, which is the second tier in terms of the English Rugby League, and they're basically dominating that league, really doing well, looking as though they're highly likely to get promotion into the Premier League, which is phenomenal. So, keep an eye out for Bristol. It's certainly at the end of this season and next season they're going to be in the Premier League, and hopefully Dan Thomas is going to be a big integral part of that team moving forward. So we did a meeting with him, and he kindly, offered his time and wanted to share his story about basically how he went from being a really talented player, but not maybe having the right focus, to suddenly it clicking and realising he's either going to go back and work on his parents' farm, or make the most of this opportunity to actually create a career in something that he loves. So I think that would really fascinate him in his story, and certainly tips in terms of if anybody in sport, how they, what they need to think about, what they need to do to actually not just be talented, but actually take that step and make a career out of it. So that was really interesting. The other thing for me, actually, in terms of things we can learn from business and sport, and I think I'm really passionate about that link, because I think it's so true and so obvious. And I think, a winning team, doesn't matter if it's in sport or in business, there's real common traits and commonalities. And one of those things that Pat Lam, which is the coach up in Bristol, really instilled in the team was just a culture of teamwork, and a culture of respect, and a culture of working together. And a lot of companies and a lot of sports teams, I think, pay a lot of lip service to that. It's all, everyone hears about these sort of things and teamwork and all this inclusive malarkey, but the reality is a lot of people don't actually implement it, and I think it really just stemmed from the top. And obviously Pat Lam's done an amazing job doing that, and all the players have really bought into it. So it was really fascinating hearing that, and I can certainly see that link into business. And I think that's certainly something I'm passionate about with my businesses, is to create that environment where we've got a complete sense of teamwork, complete sense of trust. We want to be able to come into work and have fun and not think of it as work, but actually have, we're all, singing from the same hymn sheet and driving towards a common goal. And I think if everyone's on that same page, it really, really works tenfold. And to some extent, I've experienced that, with, when you bring in individuals into your team and you think that's going to work out, and actually it doesn't. And they can actually be quite disruptive to the rest of your team, but also in terms of your focus. Suddenly your focus isn't on, achieving that goal, which is ahead of you. Suddenly your focus is, how am I going to sort out this problem? Which just slows you down. And I think, one of the lessons I've certainly learned is being able to make more cutthroat decisions quicker and earlier, to think, recognise that actually, if my gut instinct doesn't feel like this is going to work out, we need to change it, we need to do something quickly. Because I think the longer these things sort of linger, the worse it can get. So anyway, that was really fascinating, meeting Dan Thomas. He's an amazing guy. Go and give him some love on the Instagram. He's got an Instagram page. And if you're a Bristol rugby fan, or if you're a rugby fan in general, definitely keep an eye out for him, because he's an amazing guy. And obviously check out the podcast when it comes out. It's going to be coming out next week. So this is just a quick update of my day yesterday. And yeah, it was great. Bristol, for those that don't know, is my hometown. I was born there, I went to university there, and I worked there after university. So I love Bristol. I've got, my heart's in Bristol, and it's always amazing going back. Just love the place. So we had a quick tour after dinner meeting, went to a few places, showed Will around so he could take some pictures for his social media accounts and for his portfolio. So we just bombed around Bristol a bit. We actually went down to the Ashton Gate Stadium to see if we can get in, because that's where they play. They train, Bristol Rugby Club train at Clifton, which is Clifton Rugby Club. So they obviously use those facilities to train at, and they obviously play at Ashton Gate. So we tried to pop down to Ashton Gate, try to get in. they would have let us in actually, but they happened to be doing some filming, so they couldn't disturb that. So maybe try and get something fixed there. So I met somebody there, and I got her email, so we'll see what we can arrange, and maybe we can get some exclusive content there. So yeah, fantastic day. Just want to share that with you and share really a bit of that business journey with me. So yeah, keep tuning, guys. A little bit of thumbs up, a little bit of support. If you're watching this on YouTube, love it if you can subscribe, and yeah, can't wait to catch up with you guys soon. Take care.